It combines the security and the ease of use of something like a Ledger Nano with a fully open source hardware and software stack, a lot like a Trezor, and delivers it all in a really nicely polished end user experience. If you've got any meaningful amount of crypto, having a hardware wallet can give you a significant boost to your security. The challenge is there are a lot of players in the market and not all of them are great. In this video, I'm just going to be looking at the Bitbox02 by ShiftCrypto, and they kindly sent that to me to have a look at. Basically, what I'm going to do in this video is really quickly run through, everything that comes in the box, the initial setup process, and just have a run through their software, adding my impressions along the way. And if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe, and that way you can stay in the loop for content I make to help you find your way in the crazy and often hostile environment that is cryptocurrency. So this is everything that came in the package they sent to me, and you got some stickers, a nice little sort of thank you card, as well as the device basically in a vacuum sealed bag. And here we go. So you've got the Bitbox02, it comes with an SD card, that's an 8GB one, and it also comes with a handy USB-C to USB-A adapter, and this is a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is nice. They're always good to have. And it comes with a getting started guide as well as a bunch more stickers. So the good thing here is the stickers actually include some numbers as well. So it's not just about having some sort of merch for them. You could actually put some numbers on your hardware wallet if you were someone who had multiple wallets or say multiple different devices you were using as part of a multi-sig setup. So that's handy that they've included some sort of labeling stickers as well. All right, so that's everything you get in the box. So we'll just go to the start page, and we are on Windows. Save that. There we go. I've downloaded it twice. Huh. Windows does not like it. All right, next. We'll just go with the defaults. Next, and let's run it. So we're just going to follow these instructions here. So now it says we want to insert. So we'll peel the plastic off. It's nice. Take the little cap off. And now we are ready to go. So we want to install the little micro SD card that came with it. Micro SD card is clicked in and we're ready to go. So let's connect. So Bitbox02 bootloader. And that's handy. So you can also flip the screen as well, just in case you've got it sticking out the side of your laptop and can't just move the cable around like I did. And let's have a look. What's in advanced settings? Show the firmware hash every time on startup. Oh, that's a good security feature. So we'll actually turn that on. Just in terms of being able to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with in any way in between uses. So let's upgrade the firmware now. All right, firmware update successful. Continuing in there. Oh yes, there we go. So there's the firmware hash. That's good, so you can actually verify that yourself. Right, so basically tap the bottom to get started based on your orientation. So I want to tap the bottom. Verify the pairing code matches what's on the screen, so we can see that they are the same, which is good. This is actually worthwhile because this is a way to guarantee that what you're experiencing here on the desktop app is actually connected to here. This is clever actually because some of the Ledger Live phishing stuff that's in the wild at the moment, following on from their database breach, is essentially tricking you into thinking you're using Ledger Live and their desktop software when you're actually not. So yes, we'll say that's correct. We will continue. We want to create our wallet. We'll just call it Bitbox02 and we'll continue. Confirm the name. Yes. Set password. All right, so we're setting the password on the device itself. This password here that we're setting is basically what would be called the PIN on other devices. So we'll just set it to be test. And we press the 2 buttons when we're done. We'll just repeat it. Success. All right, this is the important things you need to acknowledge. So you need to store your backup. This is really interesting. So the backup is not password protected. That's a bit scary given it's dumping it straight onto an SD card. But yes, if I lose or damage my Bitbox, you need my backup. If I lose both, then the funds are lost. I should not insert my backup micro SD card into a computer, phone, printer, or other device. This last point here is actually incredibly important for the Bitbox02 because unlike a ColdCard or something like that, the wallet backup on this SD card is totally unencrypted and clear. So yeah, you really need to keep that separate. Confirm today's date. Yes. Backup created. Well, that's nice. So at least the backup has a date stamp. You successfully. Please remove the micro SD card. So this is the wallet and Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And if we just go into settings, we can actually see all different things here. So we can turn on Bitcoin, Litecoin, different currencies. Got Australian dollary dues as well, so we can crank them on. Custom fees, coin control, that's nice. Separate accounts by address type. Ah yes, okay, so you can stack the accounts that way. Proxy, and you can connect to your own full node as well. If you're running something like Electrum Personal Server, you can actually just point this in there, which is lovely from a privacy perspective that they're actually just including this straight out of the box. So that's handy, but I won't run through how to set that up in this video. So if we just go to Bitcoin and say receive, let's see. So if we display full address on the device, we can confirm it there. So that's full receive verification. So that's nice. And we can just switch between the account types. So this is actually just stacking the accounts in a similar way to say Coinomi or something like that. So this is worth knowing actually in that if you have a Ledger or a Trezor, it will actually display all of these accounts separately like in this feature here. So you'll notice now there's two different accounts for Bitcoin, one for native SegWit and one just for sort of paid script hash SegWit. As opposed to bundling them together. So if you were to say use a Bitbox02 and restore that onto a Ledger Nano or a Trezor or something, you would actually have to add accounts for both types to be able to see them all there, to see your full balance, that is. So there you go. So let's see. So we can see our YPub, which is nice, and oh, that's handy. So you can actually verify the YPub on there. This is good in that they actually give you proper extended public keys in the correct format to be able to use with like Electrum or something. And what are all the other altcoins we can have as well? So we can have basically Bitcoin, Litecoin, and a bunch of ERC20 tokens. So it's a Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum wallet. So I can see the address on the device. So there is no way to get like a QR code to be able to scan the device. So we'll just send some Bitcoin there. All right, so there's that Bitcoin transaction that's pending. There's the Litecoin one, so that's nice. So we receive them. So let's see if we can receive without the thing connected. So let's just give that a go. Please connect your device to get started. Right, so this is not a watch only wallet. So you've got to have it connected. So if you're wanting to be able to receive transactions without a Bitbox02 actually connected, you'll need to use something like Electrum, but that's nice in that they're at least forcing you to verify the receive addresses every time you do it, just to protect you from yourself. So that's good. All right, well, while we're waiting for that to confirm, let's just have a look at the U2F. We'll just use the Ubico one. So let's do, yep. Next. So we'll register the device. We'll say cancel because we don't want it to be our browser. Yes. Yes. We want it to be able to see the security key. Here we go. Register. There we go. Registration complete. So we can authenticate from now on. So that's really handy. So you can actually use this to boost your security for logging into things like Google and other things that support U2F. And this is much better than just simply using a text authentication or even an authenticator on your phone using TOTP. So that's very good. Enable optional passphrase. So what it's talking about here is a BIP39 passphrase. So I've turned passphrase on. So let's see how it works. How are we entering it? All right, passphrase time. So if you tap the top, these are all the symbols we can have. So we've got lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols. So pretty much just any ASCII. We won't worry about a BIP39 passphrase on this one, so I'll just leave it blank, because blank passphrase is the same as no passphrase. So let's manage backups. Please insert your micro SD card to manage backups. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, so that's the backup with the hash, the ID basically, and the date and the name. So we can create new backups, and oh, that's okay. So we can actually check the backup too. So we can actually verify the backup that it works. Yep, backup is valid. That's nice. If you try and use your Bitbox02, you'll get this message in there. So it's good. It's good in the sense that it is protecting you from yourself in that way. Show recovery phrase. All right, so it can give us a 24-word seed. So let's just confirm it. And there's some warnings. So we have to unlock the device, which is nice. Okay, so these are our words. Okay, so we'll just do the sending workflow. So let's just send the Litecoin since that's already confirmed. So we'll just... Okay. Oh yeah, that's nice. So coin control's built in, which is good for privacy. So we'll just send all. We'll send them just at the cheapest possible rate. And let's see, review. So review on your Bitbox. Yep. So I'll just. So wanting to send it there. Fee. Confirmed. And sent. All right, so summary time. Well, firstly, the Bitbox02 is a great device. It's definitely something that I plan to use. And I think it's actually something that's good for a wide range of users for a few reasons. Firstly, the default software that goes with it is very easy to use. The initial backup process is something you have to do, but the process for doing it is actually very fast and seamless, much faster than sort of a BIP39 phrase approach. And the default software is sort of a lot like Ledger Live in the sense that all the cryptos that it supports, they are all in there in the software. It's only a single account in each one that's in there, so it's a very simple interface, very easy to use. And the fact they've even put videos in there that like literally show you what the gestures should look like, you know, using the device while you're doing it, I think is really, really clever. So it's very, very accessible as far as hardware wallets go. And you don't need to go and use something like My Ether wallet to access all your ERC20 tokens and that sort of stuff. But the great thing is it also supports things like Electrum and My Ether wallet. So if you're a power user or you want to do something a bit more complex like multisig, or if you're wanting to do, say, stuff on the Ethereum blockchain that's not covered in the default app, like different ERC20 tokens or other smart contract sort of stuff, you can actually use this device for it. Never mind the fact that if you're just a serious Bitcoiner, you can just go with the Bitcoin only edition and just leave it at that. It also supports U2F, which in my mind, again, is just a massively underappreciated feature in terms of boosting your security across the board. Now, the interesting thing they've done with the default software is out of the box, it will quite happily connect to your own Electrum node. So you can easily just run Electrum personal server or something like that to be able to actually significantly increase your privacy. So that is very clever, especially in their default software offerings. So good job, ShiftCrypto. While the Bitbox has its own proprietary backup scheme, they have all the stuff you need to just convert that back to a BIP39 phrase on their GitHub already, as well as giving you the ability to simply show a BIP39 seed phrase. So that's great in that they have the benefits of a sort of really fast onboarding workflow with the ability to still recover if for any reason you need to do so without having one of these. The other big plus is that they've gone with an open source approach where they basically use a very simple secure element. It's actually the same one that's in a ColdCard MK3, and they've got everything else that's open source around that, and you can actually see all the details on their GitHub, including full schematics, a bill of materials, as well as an x-ray of what the device looks like. So if you've got access to the gear that you would need to do that, you can actually even audit the physical hardware of the device without even opening it up. So that's very, very good. If you want a detailed feature breakdown, I've also added it to my comparison page, which is just on my website, and there's a link in the description. And if you want to see the detailed, feature by feature breakdown, that is there too, and you can basically scroll over and see that in as much detail as you would like. But again, in terms of summary scores, it actually managed to nudge the ColdCard out in terms of overall score, and it was pretty much helped by a large score in terms of features, in that while this has a lot of the security that makes a ColdCard fantastic in terms of design and auditability, it also is a lot more usable. So got a better overall score because of that. And if you think the Bitbox02 would be a useful part of how you secure your crypto, and you want to help me out in the process, I've got an affiliate link that you can use to buy them in the description. So definitely worth checking out. And if you're someone who's had experience with one, I'd definitely love to hear your impressions in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. Hit like if you think that other people would find this video useful, and hit subscribe if you'd like to be kept in the loop about future content I make that helps people stay safe in the crypto space and to recover if they get into trouble. If you have any questions about this video or a topic that you'd like me to cover, just leave a reply.